Hello,
One
everybody.
person watching already.
Okay,
So how are you
I'm
today?
good. I've just done a podcast on how to forgive yourself,
All right. All right.
which has been, yeah, it was very good because you got to forgive yourself before, somebody else can forgive you. So that's what I've been doing now. Yeah.
Very interesting to start with this as well. If we talk about today, how would you be without your story? So that
Mm.
means as well to forgive yourself, to forgive your past,
Mm-hmm.
to every role you have taken in your life.
Mm. Yeah.
Or
Because
how
that's so
do
much,
you see it?
yeah, I think that's so much around your identity, isn't it? Because if you see yourself as somebody who is a family person, and you love exercise and you love health food and you're very honest, for example, anything outside of that is not going to feel comfortable. So if you want to extend or push yourself out of that, it's going to be really, really hard.
Mm.
So I think to be willing to rewrite your story, so you don't see yourself in a certain way, but to rewrite that, because it's, I saw myself as somebody very much into fitness and in the fitness industry. So to identify myself outside of that, it was a bit like, well, who am I outside of that? I didn't know. It took me years to figure that out, and now I don't feel that. I don't feel I have an identity to the same degree, aside of, I see myself as somebody who's very into personal development, and I'm very involved with the growth of myself, and I want to be help other people in the growth of themselves. But it doesn't have to be narrowed down in the same way. As fitness is quite a narrow, for me anyway, it's quite a narrow sector.
And who would you be if you take away all these roles, being in personal growth, being a coach, being also a daughter, being, I don't know, being like someone who does a podcast? If you leave it at the entrance of a room and you just leave all the roles aside, what's the poor Bridget?
That's so hard, isn't it? Because you take all that stuff away, and then you think, okay, well, without that, I suppose just somebody who literally wants to make sure that whatever I'm doing, I want to become more conscious of what I'm doing, and I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be able to get into bed at night and be able to sleep because I know my conscience is clear, and what I'm doing I'm okay with. I don't, that kind of anxiety or stress around where am I going, what am I doing, all this, what did I say, who did I hurt, or any kind of that. Yeah, I think I just want to have peace of mind, just to, yeah, I don't know, yeah. And for you, what was it for you?
I think when I leave everything beside, I have always the feeling there comes this childish mood again, so that I would be very playful and would just be wandering around about this world without having to do something, having to earn money, having to something, just be and being like this poor little myself. But I guess what we were all when we came to this world, yeah. So just
No
learning,
restrictions,
being
no
curious,
limitations. Yeah.
and I think these are the qualities we really need to nourish as well, no? So like as a me, I'm very playful. I don't know, another person is perhaps very peaceful and just loves to be with themselves and just being on the couch and enjoying the day, yeah, and it's fulfilling for them. But it's a really nice exercise to have this this image to have like, okay, you have a jacket or something, just leave this jacket as a role of mom or role of boss or whatever beside. And what's the pure self? What is staying?
I think what it must be a big thing, and I've never been in a corporate environment, but I think what must be a big thing is if you are maybe like in a director role or a senior management role, and that for whatever reason, maybe you lose your job, you get fired, or you get retrenched, or you walk away, whatever the case is, and that gets taken away. That must be very hard. I haven't had that situation where I've had my identity around my status, and then that got taken away, and I'm like, okay, now who am I? But I suppose, and again, I've never been a mother, so I don't know what that feels like either. Suddenly your children grow up and they leave home. It's like, well, now who am I? I'm not a mother. Well, you are, but in a different, in a different way.
Right.
So I suppose in that way, the only thing that I can relate to in my situation is definitely around the fitness area. I wasn't sure who I was outside of that because that was all I knew. But I've proven to myself that you can change and you can recreate your identity. I think if your story no longer serves you, that's when you need to make a plan to change that story. Because I think that you're living in a place where you're just limiting what's possible. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and then take off this role, even if it's perhaps not easy, yeah? Because sometimes it's like conditions in your surrounding or even health that stops you to take away that role. But it can be very eye-opening also for corporate people. Who are you without this role? So that's the thought we are giving to you today. So perhaps thinking of this when because it's, as in Germany, it's summertime, so it's going to be very hot this weekend. So if you're sitting somewhere in the nice garden, in a lush garden, and just think of that, who are you when you put your roles and your story away? So we wish you a wonderful weekend, and I wish you also a wonderful weekend to Cape Town.
It's freezing here, so very jealous of your hot weekend. Ours is freezing, but have a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.